Hello YouTube scrappers. Yeah, I decided to go ahead and make a video tonight. Originally I wasn't planning on it, but I'm kind of holding off on this wash machine here and this dryer. This dryer is about ready to fall apart. Let me grab my phone, kind of using it for a monitor, make sure that what I'm looking at you can see. You can see that I guess they threw it out or something and it bounced around, so it'll be kind of fun tearing it down, but try to get it down, hurry. A little piece of wire there. One thing I wanted to kind of show you was how we kind of like to recycle, repurpose, reuse. This little bracket here is what holds the motor in your dryers. And I just cut that one little piece off there that kind of sticks down, drilled a hole in the table, and makes a nice little angle grinder bracket, place to hang your angle grinder. Anyway, let's get busy on this. I think most of you know how to do this. You've done it before 100 times, 1,000 times. Yeah, I got a call tonight off my ad, which I quit running the ad in October, and I guess they've been trying to get a hold of me for a little while. So, but one woman couldn't get me, so another one called, and I saw the answer machine flashing, so I thought, well, I got a call in. So I had a couple messages on the machine from before, so, and I only use that phone just for the business. It's one of those Magic Jack phones. With unlimited talk and text, we no longer need a house phone. This thing's got Torx on the top. That's kind of different. It looks like an aluminum piece going across the top here. And then usually this piece right there is aluminum. Grab a magnet here. Yep. So that's going to be a little different. Which I got my Torx bits right here. I'll find that here in a second. Get this piece off first, since I've already got the 1/4 inch on there. Like I say, I usually have metal 5-gallon buckets, or this thing here, it's got a little hole in the bottom so it doesn't hold water. So I just use it to throw a small tin in, and later I'll dump it in the wash machine or something. I got this one here so I can stock up. That one's kind of iffy since it's got them big old holes in it. I don't know if you guys have these little deals available in some of your little cheap tool bins, but they come in handy just to line your bits up. I find it very useful anyway. Okay, let's try a 20. Yeah, that'll work. T20. Yeah, I tried to call the first woman on the answering machine, and she says she doesn't carry her phone around with her, which I found out talking to the other one I called. She said, you know, she's an older woman, so I can understand that. I don't carry my cell with me all the time either. Okay, back to the 1/4 inch. But the other girl's name was Bonnie, and she says she goes over and helps her quite a bit. And she says she's a pack rat, a hoarder. None of us know what hoarding is. I've seen pictures, I've seen videos of some of you guys' workshops. Reminds me of this one old woman I used to know that was a hoarder. She had a pathway through her house. She had stacks and stacks of magazines, Reader's Digest. Just, she didn't throw nothing away. She said, well, there's a good article in there. I might want to read it again someday. Of course, now, our workshops that have a path through it, And I can't say anything about you guys'. There's a one time, my workshop here 4 or 5 years ago when I was really bringing it in, these workbenches weren't angled this way, they were flat against the wall, and I barely had a path going through here. I just had so much stuff that I might need it someday, or I want to keep it dry until I can tear it down where it doesn't rust. Different things like that. You can see even here I got just clutter. So yeah. Yeah, I took this off the tractor. This little hitch I made, it started coming apart here, so I'm gonna have to squeeze it back together and re-weld it. There's a little 3-point hitch I made for the back of my tractor. I move my trailers around. I was thinking today at work I need to get these tore down so that I can get that airplane fuselage in here and get it tore down, get it cut up, and get that trailer freed up. Then I got that call today, and it's probably 50-60 miles out, so I definitely need to get my trailer emptied. So you got about 6 microwaves, a refrigerator. Kind of sounded like 2 refrigerators, but the other one's saying no, it's only 1. And some other appliances, some propane bottles. Supposed to have a big stack of them. A couple window unit air conditioners. You can tell this one's been out there for a little while and sitting outside, got a nice wasp nest in it. Set that aside. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. I think this is the first video I put out since then. Maybe I put out another one. Between work and everything. They scheduled us to work the last 2 Saturdays of the month because of Christmas, and then the first Saturday of the New Year because of New Year's. And then they released the spring products Monday. And they released them Monday, then they said they're behind. So they already brought in, well, the receptionist at the front desk told me today, 40 temporaries. And then I think they're on a 10-hour shift. And then they're gonna work Saturday. So anyway, I don't know if people are saving these or not, but those are full of copper, so they're worth saving. Dan from K&D, he gets them out of there, just puts them on his vise and hits them with a hammer, shatters them, and pulls the copper right out. He says sometimes if they don't want to shatter like that, freeze them and hit them while they're in that frozen state where they're a little more brittle. I got my barrel there in the other room for the wire. Got a big old box on it. I need to get that off of there. Either that or I'm only going to be able to pull it this direction and not the other direction. Hoping I can get both of these tore down here in just a little bit. I'm sitting there playing around on this one, doing a bunch of little stuff that I can probably do later. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, missed one tab. Nice aluminum plate there. I just set it over here on the rider. After I get these two radiators cleaned up. Right now I'm not overwhelmed with scrap, so I'm kind of trying to take it easy on tearing some of it down, so I got video material. Yeah, this thing is old. Usually the motors are right there where you can get to them. This thing is up underneath here. Okay, let's see what we got. Seven sixteenths. Oh, that's too big. Almost lost that. Let me get that belt out of the way. Yeah, it looks like 3/8. Works for me. Yeah, I watched a video of a scrapping pallet man here the other day. First time I've seen his videos listed, but yeah, I've never really watched any. It's really kind of a blessing. I thought it was awesome that he had 91,000 subscribers. I thought, wow. I know Moose Scrapper has got like 45, 46, and I thought that 45, 46 is about average for scrappers. Because I know Moose, he's doing pretty good. He's been around a little while. So I thought, okay, 45, 46,000 is pretty good. Yeah, I think that's showing a pretty good view. Might zoom in and see if that helps any. I think that's still pretty much right in my work area. Got to get used to this GoPro, know what's in the field of vision and what's not. Nothing like doing a video. You see the guy's arms moving or something, if you even see that, but you can't see what's going on. Well, I'm not sure about this. It's dropped down, but the motor's hitting the tub now, and it's not wanting to go anywhere. I guess I may have to try to make a couple cuts. And okay. Mr. Sawzall out. This is kind of different. Usually don't have to do this. A lot of times these motors aren't nothing but aluminum windings anyway. Yay. I'm glad I got long arms. Reach down there in the bottom. This has got little break right there, and break right there, so it doesn't hold batteries in there real good sometimes. I got most of my Ryobi tools at a chicken auction, poultry auction. I like both sawzalls. I think I have 2-3 drills, skill saw. I'm trying to think if there was something else, but got it all for like $25. And the whole reason I went to Ryobi, because the batteries are pretty inexpensive. Last Memorial weekend, they had the Ryobi days, and get 2 3 amp hour batteries and a charger, and you get a tool free. Which I was making those Indian head earrings, and I needed kind of like a rotary tool, kind of like a Dremel, but I needed it at variable speed so I could slow it down, because I was using little 1mm drill bits. And at the faster speeds, I was breaking a lot of bits. At the slower speed, it worked out a lot better, so I got a little variable speed drill. Actually, I can jump in there real quick. I gotta find out what I gotta pull it. Pointer in there. Okay, it's another piece of tin. Let me see if it's tied off. Oh yeah, there's a little tie right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm gonna go get my long-handled side cutters. That's a long reach. I think I know where they're at. Yeah, right here. They're getting kind of rusty. Get me a little light down in there. Couple of zip ties in there, holding that. I got the Rasper one up in this thing and everything. Okay, and there's 2 other wires coming up. It looks like I've got a little motor right here, so I'll have to see if I can get that out of there. Here's the wire and harness. I'll sort all that out later. Go back to the Sawzall. Yeah, a little motor there. Okay, we're done with that. Stand it back up, move it out of the way. Put the 1/4 inch nut driver back on. don't know if I need to tilt that down a little more. I'll preview this video and see what I've got. Hopefully it works out. If not, I'll be deleting it. Watching Apartment Scrapper, and he said he was making a video and talking his head off. Then when he went to edit his video, he realized, I think he uses a cell phone on a head mount, kind of like a GoPro, and he had it set up backwards. So while he's working on something, talking about it, he's recording what's going on behind him. Thinking maybe we need to do a blooper video of everybody's bloopers. Yeah, they dump our dumpster on Thursday, and well, Thursday was Thanksgiving, so needless to say, it didn't get dumped, and they didn't come out Friday or Monday. So dumpster's pretty full. I've been cutting that boat up and throwing a lot of that stuff in it. Finished cutting it up. Taking some measurements and getting some ideas in my head for putting a deck on it. Another nice piece of clean aluminum. And sometimes what I do with these things, try to flatten them out sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I usually get off work at 3:20. Get home about 4 o'clock or maybe a little after. Eat dinner. Get out here around 5. Work till about 7. And call it a night. Wife's been down in the back. Daughter took her to the hospital, her doctor's office yesterday. The doctor said, well, we can't do anything. Have to take her to the hospital. So she went to the hospital and gave her a couple shots. Like a anti-inflammatory shot and then a muscle relaxer. And they don't want her lifting anything, and I don't think she wants to lift anything anyway. She did have the coffee pot set for me, so she's doing a little lift in there. Yeah, I kind of got this kind of opened up here, so after this ground hardens, packs in good from pulling that out of the ground, then this little tire machine, cement, you know, I come over here about 36 inches. I got to put up a 4x4 and then finish the wall across here and build me a door. That'll be pretty well closed in. Then I still got to close in the top of the rafters up there. I guess you can see what I'm saying when I'm saying, no, you can't see. That, I lean way back. Yeah, the top of the rafters right above the door, but between the door and the ceiling. It's a bad thing, you're walking around and looking at stuff. Got to have your camera tilted up. And then you come down here and start working on stuff. And this phone doesn't, it just likes to flip around. Start working on stuff, then you got to have it tilted down more. Somebody was doing a kind of a walk around, and then they started working on some stuff, and you could kind of see the very top of what they're working on, but that was something I kind of picked up quick on this camera and noticed that. And it's kind of hard to look at what you're doing here and then looking in the monitor too. Some of these guys, they do really good getting out there and street scrapping and everything else with these GoPros, and everything's always right in the shot, right in the frame, right where they want it. This got a little wire right there. A lot of these backs have come off, a lot of the newer ones, but this one here is a relic. You know, dryers, they usually have bottoms on them, and this one does. Last dryer I did, I got $1 something out of it. Change. That's probably what was wrong with this one. Big wad of right in front of the fan. Fan feels like it's froze up. Of course, it's been outside for how many years? Yeah. This one actually came from my next door neighbor. So they got a rent house, and that's probably where it came from, that rent house. Okay. I was hoping to have this done by 7. That's about 10 more minutes. That's the wrong size. And I'll probably be better off using a wrench anyway. That's too big. I think that's too big. That's crazy. I hope what I'm doing is in view. Okay. Used to, I'd never worried about the motors and dryers, but I have found a pretty simple way to get them out of there. Find out where your fan is, which is right there. Get your trusty air chisel out. Get you a little bit of air hose. There we go. Might go over a little more. Okay. Well, I want to have this done by in 5 minutes. where Blanchard does their large trash, they have routes from Monday through Thursday, and then they do large trash on Friday. So I got to get in there here in a little bit, start processing this video, get it processed, get it uploaded, or get it processed and upload it tomorrow night, something like that. And then I want to check. I got a map for their trash routes. So I got to see where Monday's route is. Monday's route will be where they pick up large trash this week. So I gotta pull it up on my computer. I got it saved in a folder somewhere. I'll just have to find it. Tomorrow's Thursday, so I'm going to go ahead and try to get home, eat dinner, then get out there and try to run around and see if anybody's thrown out anything for large trash. In wintertime they might not have, but you never know. Get out there and check it and find out anyway. Now, I'm probably gonna have to do here. I'm probably gonna have to use the Sawzall to try to cut that shaft. That thing looks pretty rusted. I think I'm just gonna cut that shaft. It's aluminum windings anyway. So I got a dog food bag, I'm throwing aluminum windings in. But the ones I really like are the ones that got the aluminum housing on it. Then it gives me some aluminum windings and some cast aluminum. Okay, that's that. So I believe that's both of them. And see, that one there didn't have aluminum either. So what I'll do, the way I do these, probably get in here and cut the shaft there, take the angle grinder and just cut right across here. You got to watch it because once you cut it there, it leaves kind of sharp points. So when you're chiseling it down and prying it out, you got to make sure you don't poke yourself with them points. Let me grab a Sharpie and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Well, yeah, grab a Sharpie. I think you probably understand what I'm talking about anyway. One of these days I need to get out here and make some rings. Actually, this time of year with Christmas coming, I should be advertising some coin rings. You know, probably get a few jobs. I can take a quarter, so make a ring in about 30 minutes, sell it for 20 bucks. Or I'll take a Walking Liberty silver $50 and take about 45 minutes to an hour to get it polished up, you know, made and polished up nice, and sell it for 40. Now cut it here, so then you're going to have a little point there and a point here. They usually don't get, you know, right up against that, but get close. Then you can get in there easy when you're chiseling. But it's almost 7 o'clock here. I'm gonna get in and try to process this video, and it's probably a good 30 minutes long anyway now. Took a little longer doing this than I was kind of hoping. Hope you liked it. If you did, please like, share it with your friends, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hit the bell, and till next time, keep living the life, and happy scrapping, folks. We'll see you later. Bye bye.